The message you are about to hear is not just another passing moment. It is a divine mandate, a crucial message from heaven directly to you. The timing is not random or incidental. It is a sacred appointment that has been orchestrated for this exact moment in your life. The universe has been preparing you for this very point, and now, at this precise time, the truth is being revealed. You have been walking a path, a journey that has not always been easy. There have been moments of doubt, hardship, and testing, but through it all, heaven has been watching, guiding, and trusting in your resilience. The struggles you faced, the battles fought in the unseen, have all been part of the divine plan, shaping you, molding you, and equipping you for what is now about to unfold. There was never a moment of abandonment, though at times it may have felt like you were alone. Heaven was always present, patiently waiting for you to come into full alignment with your purpose. The idea of balancing everything is being replaced with the need to be fully present and committed to one divine calling. Your energy is sacred, and how you use it now determines the speed and success of your progress. While balance once seemed like the ideal way to manage life, God is revealing that full commitment to His will requires complete surrender to the task at hand. The things you have tolerated in the past, divided attention, distractions, and scattered priorities, must now be let go of, for they will only hold you back. This is a time of refining your focus, of letting go of things that no longer serve your purpose, and of embracing the divine assignment with all your heart, mind, and soul. As you align with this singular focus, you will notice that everything else begins to fall into place. The distractions that once seemed so important will fade away, and you will feel a deep peace knowing that you are in the center of God's will, walking in obedience. The urgency of acting on God's instructions without delay. Delayed obedience leads to missed opportunities and spiritual consequences. Obedience is not just a passive state of waiting, it requires immediate action, and the timing of that action is critical. Heaven is calling the chosen one to respond swiftly, without hesitation, when the divine instruction is given. Delayed obedience is not a neutral choice, it has consequences. When God speaks, He does not expect you to wait for the perfect moment or for all the pieces to align. He expects you to respond when He calls. The urgency of God's instructions should not be underestimated. Delaying or procrastinating in your obedience can cause you to miss the window of opportunity that has been set before you. The divine plan moves with a purpose, and timing is crucial. When you hesitate, when you wait, you delay the manifestation of God's will in your life. Each moment of delay brings the risk of missing out on the breakthroughs and opportunities that are coming your way. But it's not just about missing out on tangible opportunities, it's also about spiritual consequences. Delayed obedience can cause spiritual stagnation and a weakening of the connection between you and God. Each act of obedience builds spiritual strength and deepens your relationship with the Creator. When you hesitate, you are not only delaying your physical progress, but also preventing spiritual growth. Immediate obedience allows you to grow in faith, trust, and understanding. It strengthens your spiritual muscles and prepares you for the next step in God's plan. God's instructions are always perfectly timed. They are given in such a way that if you act promptly, you will see the fruits of your labor manifest quickly and clearly. When you hesitate, you may find yourself in a season of waiting where nothing seems to move. You may feel disconnected, or as though your efforts are not producing the expected results. But when you obey quickly and without delay, you will find that God opens doors, provides clarity, and creates opportunities in ways that are beyond your understanding. When you step into full commitment and single-minded obedience, you are stepping into the fullness of God's blessing. This is where transformation happens, not only in your circumstances, but within your soul. The inner changes that occur when you submit to God's will are the foundation for everything else. This commitment will shape your heart, renew your mind, and align you with your divine purpose. You will begin to see the rewards of your obedience, not just externally, but also in your inner peace, clarity, and sense of fulfillment. The divine reassignment that you are being called to is not about punishment or feeling inadequate. It is a confirmation that you are ready for the next phase of your purpose. Heaven has seen your faithfulness, your commitment, and your growth. And now it is time for you to step into a larger role. It is a time of increased responsibility and greater opportunity, but it is also a time of greater peace, provision, and alignment with God's will. You are being called to focus on one thing, to give your full attention to the divine assignment that has been placed before you. The distractions, the pressures, and the unnecessary activities of the past must be let go of so that you can fully align with your divine calling. The time for hesitation is over. The time for full commitment is now. Step forward in obedience, trusting that every step you take is guided by God's wisdom and love. The divine reassignment is your opportunity to rise into the fullness of your purpose and to walk confidently in the mission that God has set for you. Embrace this new season with faith, knowing that you are prepared for what is ahead. The obedience of the chosen one extends far beyond their personal fulfillment and success. It ripples through the very fabric of their lineage, community, and society, creating a wave of transformation that can alter the course of history. The actions of the chosen one are not just an individual endeavor, but are divinely woven into the greater plan that spans generations. Throughout history, those who have walked in obedience to divine calling have not only changed their own lives, but have impacted their families, their communities, and even nations. Whether it's a parent who broke cycles of poverty, a leader who stood for justice, or a person who chose faith over fear, their decisions to align with God's purpose have shifted the trajectory of future generations. As the chosen one, you are positioned to carry the weight of this generational responsibility. The blessing you step into now is not just for your benefit. It is for those who will come after you. Every step of faith you take, every act of obedience, and every trial you overcome has the power to heal generational wounds and break cycles of limitation. The obedience that you demonstrate will be the seed that your children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren can cultivate and build upon. You are not only a blessing to your own life, but to all the lives that will follow. Your divine purpose is intricately connected to the people around you, and by walking in alignment with God's will, you will activate the power to elevate not only your own destiny, but the destinies of those around you. This impact is not limited to bloodlines alone. It expands to communities, nations, and the world. The influence of one person's obedience to their divine calling has the potential to change entire landscapes, bringing transformation that transcends time and space. To carry the weight of such responsibility, the chosen one must cultivate the discipline to endure. The path of divine purpose is not always an easy one. It requires a steady commitment to growth, self-awareness, and perseverance. This journey is about being shaped and refined, and it calls for discipline in thought, speech, and action. The discipline to endure begins in the mind. It requires the ability to control your thoughts, to choose faith over fear, to shift your mindset from limitations to possibilities. When challenges arise, The chosen one must resist the temptation to surrender to doubt or negativity. Instead, they must maintain a focused vision on the divine promise and the bigger picture. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your future. Staying disciplined in your thinking will help you align your mind with God's truth and will strengthen your resolve to move forward despite opposition. Discipline in speech is equally important. The chosen one's words have the power to build or destroy. They have the power to declare life over themselves and their circumstances. By speaking life, truth, and faith, the chosen one can create an environment that aligns with their divine purpose. Words of affirmation, encouragement, and gratitude will fuel the journey, while negative, doubtful speech will hinder progress. The discipline to speak with intention and faith will ensure that the chosen one is constantly moving closer to the fulfillment of their purpose. Finally, the discipline of action is necessary to bring the divine vision to life. The chosen one must take consistent, intentional steps toward their purpose. This involves making decisions that align with their values, taking action when it is required, and trusting God's timing. The path may not always be clear, and there may be moments of uncertainty, but the discipline to keep moving forward is crucial. It is in the consistent steps of obedience that the chosen one will build the foundation for their legacy. This discipline is not a one-time effort. It is a continual practice that refines the character of the chosen one, preparing them to endure the challenges ahead and stay aligned with their purpose. It is this enduring fire, refined through discipline and perseverance, that will allow the chosen one to make a lasting impact on the world. As the chosen one walks into their divine purpose, they will face distractions, doubts, and opposition. These obstacles are not signs of failure, but tests of faith, character, and resilience. To truly walk in the fullness of their calling, the chosen one must overcome these challenges and remain steadfast in their journey. Distractions are inevitable on the path of purpose. The world is full of noise, competing voices, and pressures that pull the chosen one in many different directions. The key to overcoming distractions is clarity of vision and unwavering focus. This moment, right here, is significant. It is not a coincidence that you are reading or hearing these words. The very fact that you are receiving this message at this specific time speaks volumes about the divine work that has been happening behind the scenes in your life. You are at the precipice of something grand, an awakening, a shift, a breakthrough, and this divine communication is the key that will unlock the door to your next season. There is an undeniable truth that you must embrace. You have been handpicked, chosen, and called for a purpose much greater than you may have realized. You may have faced countless challenges, but each one of those struggles was a stepping stone, bringing you closer to this very moment. This is a divine appointment where heaven speaks directly to you, confirming the truth of your journey and guiding you toward the fulfillment of your higher calling. The chosen one must continually remind themselves of their divine mission and stay committed to what God has called them to do. This clarity will serve as a compass, guiding them through the distractions and keeping them on the right path. Doubts will arise, particularly when the chosen one faces setbacks or challenges. The enemy will try to plant seeds of uncertainty, questioning the validity of their calling and whether they are capable of fulfilling it. In these moments, the chosen one must rely on their faith and trust in God's promises. Doubt is a tool used by the enemy to paralyze the chosen one and delay their progress. However, when the chosen one chooses to stand firm in faith, they are able to overcome doubt and move forward with confidence. Opposition will also come, particularly from those who do not understand or agree with the divine purpose of the chosen one. These individuals may be friends, family, or even strangers who challenge or criticize the path the chosen one is walking. Opposition is often a sign that the chosen one is on the right track, as the enemy will always resist what is aligned with God's will. In these moments, the chosen one must stand firm in their identity and purpose, knowing that their fight is not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual forces of darkness. Overcoming distractions, doubts, and opposition requires spiritual victory. It requires the chosen one to tap into the power of the Holy Spirit, to walk in faith, and to rely on God's strength. Spiritual victory is about choosing to trust God's plan, regardless of the challenges that arise. It is about knowing that God is greater than any obstacle, and that His plans for the chosen one are always for good. The chosen one's journey is not just about personal fulfillment, but about impacting generations, communities, and the world. The obedience of the chosen one has far-reaching effects, as it not only shifts their own destiny, but also influences the destinies of those around them. The greater purpose that they are called to walk into is a divine assignment that will require all of their strength, faith, and discipline. As the chosen one steps into this purpose, they must do so with confidence, knowing that they have been equipped for the task. Their journey has been long and filled with preparation, but now is the time to walk in the fullness of what God has for them. The power of their obedience, the depth of their discipline, and the strength of their faith will propel them into a season of impact, where they will be able to fulfill their divine calling and bring light to the world. The chosen one must remember that their divine purpose is not just for their benefit. It is for the benefit of those around them and for the advancement of God's kingdom. The impact of their obedience will extend far beyond their own life, affecting future generations and bringing about the transformation that God has ordained. As they walk forward in faith and trust, they will see the fruits of their labor manifest in ways that exceed their expectations. The time for action has come. The chosen one is being called to rise up and walk in their purpose, fully aligned with God's will. The road ahead may be challenging, but it is also filled with divine provision, grace, and favor. The chosen one is equipped for this journey and is walking into the greatest season of their life. The chosen one has received a divine mandate, and now is the time to embrace it with full confidence. This call is not of your own making, but is a divine appointment that has been orchestrated by God. Heaven has been preparing you for this moment, and it is crucial to understand that everything you have experienced thus far, every trial, every challenge, and every season of waiting, has been a part of the divine blueprint for your life. The journey has been marked by God's perfect timing and provision, and now, as you step into this next phase, you can walk forward with absolute confidence, knowing that you are not alone. Heaven is backing you in every step you take. The weight of the calling you are about to walk in may seem overwhelming at times, but remember that God does not call the equipped. He equips the called. You have been prepared for this moment through your struggles, your lessons, and your unwavering faith. The confidence you need has already been instilled in you, and you have been positioned for greatness. It is not by your strength alone, but by the power of God that you will walk this path. As you step into the fullness of your purpose, do so with the assurance that you are backed by the full force of heaven's resources and authority. This is the time to make your commitment to stay aligned with God's will. The calling you have received is not one of passivity or hesitation, but of active participation. It requires obedience, immediate obedience that does not wait for further confirmation or clarity. The divine process is unfolding now, and your willingness to step into it with complete trust is crucial. The path ahead may be uncertain, and the challenges may seem daunting, but obedience to God's will brings alignment, and alignment opens the doors to divine provision and favor. The chosen one is called not to question the journey or try to manipulate the circumstances, but to trust that God's plan is unfolding exactly as it should. Even when you don't see the full picture, trust that every step of obedience will bring you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. This call to action is not just a mental agreement, but a decision to move forward with boldness, courage, and a heart full of faith. It is a decision to stand firm in your belief that God's timing is perfect, His plans are good, and His provision will be abundant. By choosing to obey, you are not only aligning yourself with the divine purpose for your life, but you are also stepping into the flow of blessings that have been set aside for you. As you commit to this journey of obedience, know that God's promise of favor and success is certain. Doors will open that no man can shut, and opportunities will present themselves in ways you never imagined. With each step of faith, the path will become clearer, and God's provision will manifest in ways that surpass your expectations. Divine favor will follow you, and success will come not because of your efforts alone, but because you have aligned yourself with the will of God. Your obedience will position you to receive the blessings and breakthroughs that are in store for you. Healing will come, both physically and emotionally. As you walk in alignment with God's purpose, the emotional scars of the past will be healed, and you will experience peace and restoration like never before. The divine provision that will be released into your life is not just material wealth, but spiritual, emotional, and relational abundance. God knows what you need, and He has already prepared the resources to meet every need. You are not just receiving financial provision, but spiritual insight, relational healing, and the strength to navigate whatever challenges come your way. The favor of God will open doors in your career, your relationships, and your personal growth, and you will see His hand move in miraculous ways. As you embrace the mandate with confidence and trust in God's plan, know that this is only the beginning of a powerful journey of transformation and fulfillment. The obedience and commitment you offer now will set the course for your life and will impact not only your own destiny, but the lives of those around you. The universe is aligning for your success, and with God on your side, there is no force that can stand against you. The doors of opportunity are open, and the path ahead is filled with divine provision, protection, and purpose. So take that step of faith. Walk in obedience, knowing that God's favor and provision are already yours. Trust in the process and watch as the blessings begin to flow. The journey ahead is yours to embrace, and with confidence, humility, and obedience, you will step into the fullness of your divine purpose. As you move forward into this new season, it's crucial to stay grounded in the truth of your divine calling. While the journey ahead may bring challenges and uncertainties, remember that each step is part of a larger plan. The moment you said yes to God's purpose, you aligned yourself with something far greater than any fear or doubt. You are now part of a divine orchestration that has been unfolding long before you were born. Every obstacle you face, every difficulty you overcome, is strengthening you for the purpose that lies ahead. During times of uncertainty, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. The world may try to distract you, pull you away from your purpose, or make you question your worth. But as you step into your calling, remember that you are chosen. Your value is not based on external validation or temporary success. It is rooted in the fact that God has called you to this moment. His plan is unfolding through your obedience, and He has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill it. One of the most important aspects of this message is the divine timing in which it has been delivered to you. There is a reason you are hearing this now. There is a reason why this message has arrived at this specific moment in your life. The universe does not operate on mere chance. Everything has a purpose, a divine order, and the timing of this message is aligned perfectly with the next step in your journey. Divine timing is the unseen hand that has guided you through every twist and turn, every joy and every sorrow. It is the force that has allowed you to overcome, to endure, and to rise despite the obstacles. You may not have understood why certain things happened the way they did in the past, but now, in this moment, you are being given clarity. The pieces are falling into place, and the vision of your true purpose is coming into sharper focus. This divine appointment is not just a random event. It is part of the greater plan that God has set in motion for your life. In this journey, never underestimate the power of small, consistent acts of faith. It's easy to look for big, dramatic signs of success, but more often than not, God's work is done quietly, steadily, and over time. The things that might seem insignificant today, your moments of prayer, your decisions to act in faith, the way you treat others, are all building the foundation for the future. Trust that even in the small moments, God is working. Now is the time to step forward, to walk with confidence, knowing that you are supported by heaven's resources and guided by God's wisdom. There is no more time to wait or hesitate. Your destiny is calling you to act. The doors are open, and you are ready. The waiting has been part of your preparation, and now, with your faith and obedience, you will see the manifestation of what God has already prepared for you. As you embrace your purpose, remember that your success is not just for you. It is for those around you, for those who will be impacted by your obedience. Your life will serve as a testimony to others, showing them that with faith and obedience, anything is possible. The blessings you receive are meant to be shared, and your journey is not just about fulfilling your own destiny, but about helping others fulfill theirs as well. In the days ahead, continue to walk in confidence, humility, and faith. Trust the process, and know that with every step, you are moving closer to the fulfillment of your divine calling. You are ready, you are equipped, and you are walking in God's timing. This is just the beginning of something extraordinary. Keep your eyes on the prize, remain obedient, and trust that the universe is aligning for your success. The very fact that you are now being called to hear and accept this message is a sign that you are on the cusp of something great. The timing of this message is the key to unlocking doors that have been closed, turning the tide of your life toward the fulfillment of your purpose. It is important to understand that this moment is not the beginning of something that is yet to unfold, but the culmination of everything that has led you here. The road you have traveled, with all its highs and lows, has prepared you for what is about to happen. This is a sacred moment where all of the lessons learned, all of the battles fought, and all of the sacrifices made are converging into a single point of divine purpose. As you reflect on your journey, know this: heaven has been watching you, carefully observing every step you've taken. You may have questioned at times whether God was present or if your struggles were in vain. But the truth is that you were never alone. Even in moments of uncertainty, when the road seemed unclear, heaven was right there, guiding you, trusting you, and waiting for you to align with your higher purpose. There have been moments in your life when it seemed like everything was falling apart, when the weight of the world seemed too much to bear. But through every hardship, every trial, heaven has seen your heart. Heaven has seen your willingness to endure, to press forward even when things seemed impossible. And in those moments of struggle, you were being refined. Your character was being shaped, and your spirit was being strengthened, preparing you for this divine moment. The journey you've been on is not just your own, it is part of a larger divine plan. You were chosen, not by chance, but by design. Heaven has trusted you with a purpose that is far beyond your own understanding. But as you step into this moment, you will begin to see it unfold. The trust that heaven has placed in you is immense. It is a trust that has been built over time, through your faithfulness, your resilience, and your commitment to walk the path, even when it was difficult. As you receive this message, take a moment to reflect on the magnitude of what is being said. This is not just a call to action. This is a divine confirmation. You are being called to step into your full potential, to rise to the occasion, and to embrace the power that has been placed within you. It's time to stop questioning and start embracing the truth of who you are. You are not here by accident. You are not simply existing. You are being divinely positioned for a purpose. The time has come for you to take your place, to step into the fullness of your calling, and to walk forward with confidence and faith. Heaven has spoken, and you are being given the tools, the wisdom, and the strength to step into your destiny. This is a moment of divine alignment, where everything you've worked for, everything you've endured, and everything you've learned is coming together. It is time to rise, to stand tall, and to walk confidently into the next chapter of your life. This is your moment. The divine appointment has been made. The doors are opening, and heaven is with you every step of the way. Step forward with boldness and faith, for this is the beginning of a new chapter in your divine journey. God is narrowing the chosen one's assignment to one key focus: obedience. In this pivotal moment, the chosen one is being called to sharpen their focus. The distractions that once seemed manageable, the tasks that were once acceptable, no longer serve the divine purpose that is now unfolding. God is intentionally narrowing the assignment, drawing the chosen one's attention to one central mission: obedience. This is not a time for divided focus or juggling multiple priorities. Those things that once felt permissible or even necessary now stand in the way of your highest calling. God is calling you to focus your attention on His instructions, nothing else. This is a divine invitation to move beyond the distractions that keep you from fulfilling your destiny and to step into the clarity of single-minded obedience. Heaven demands full commitment, not divided attention. What was previously tolerated will now hinder progress. There is a difference between balance and obedience. Balance, in the sense of spreading your energy across multiple areas of life, is no longer the goal. Heaven is not calling you to a life of equilibrium between multiple tasks or distractions. Instead, you are being called to commit fully to the purpose that God has set before you. In this season, obedience will require radical commitment, a complete shift in how you approach your day-to-day life.